All right, to recap what happened on week 4, we had Nebraska going against Illinois. The AI game predicted a score of 28-31. And the actual score was 24-31. Illinois taking the win in the closest prediction that we have had thus far in this show. Moving on to Texas against ULM, the AI predicted Texas would win 44-23. Texas actually whooped the shit out of ULM, 51-03. Moving on to the Sooners versus Tennessee. AI had Tennessee winning 35-49. The actual score was the Sooners winning 25-15. And here we go for week 5. This was a score recap of week 4. We're going to move on to week 5 now. Here we start off today in Purdue for the Purdue-Nebraska game.
A train, not the Purdue chicken in this game. We have the steam engine train, or a Boilermaker as they are referred to.
Oh, is that what a Boilermaker is?
Yes, it's a steam engine train.
Oh, okay.
See?
I just figured that's what you bring your noodles to. A boil.
Maker?
Yeah.
No. Then we have Nebraska,
the corn fuckers.
The corn cops.
All right, kickoff by Purdue here. Deep. Very deep.
What she said. Nebraska's going to start their drive at the 16-yard line.
They're playing some good music. You hear that in the background there? Some Sandstorm.
No one likes it.
I love it.
Handoff up the middle here for Nebraska is good for about a 12-yard gain.
That dude was zooming. Drops him down.
13 yards.
13 yards, yes. Drops him down at the 29-yard line here. That dude was fucking... He was zooming.
Yes.
Zoom.
He apparently was part cat. He had the zoomies.
Yes.
First down run to the outside is...
Snuffed.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10 yards.
That's apparently the world's largest drum. I don't know if you saw that there.
It's very possible it could be. But I think I've also seen drums that were also the same size.
Right.
Another run there for Nebraska. Again, stopped for no gain. Bringing up third down and 10 yards to go from the 29. So Nebraska's had one good play so far.
Hey, that's all it takes. One good play late in the game. Drop back to pass here.
Oh, so early, though. This play goes...
Tits up.
Way back.
Yeah.
Quarterback apparently did get injured on that particular play.
At least it's not fourth down and 42 like it was for real last week.
42. However, they are back behind where they originally got the drive to start.
Right.
Punt is returned up to the Nebraska side of the 40-yard line. We got first and 10. Purdue to start their first drive with
really good. Yeah.
Very good starting field position.
And get sacked.
That guy came out of fucking nowhere.
And we have a pause here, apparently.
I apologize. My colleague has twitchy fingers and likes to hit fucking buttons.
My bad.
6-yard loss on the sack here.
with Van Poppel. Whoever Van Poppel was. He just got popped in the face, I think.
Yes, he was trying to pop corn.
Well, he's going to popple himself back by the 16-yard line here. Leaping catch.
Pass is completed, but since he had to retreat to make said catch, did get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain, no loss.
Let's bring up 3rd and long from the 45.
Huge
Deep
pass.
pass. Looking for the back of the end zone, but the ball is deflected away by the Nebraska corner.
What do you think? They're going to pass or excuse me, do you think they're going to punt or kick the field goal?
Well, this would be an extremely long field goal if they were going to kick a field goal. You keep looking at a 60-plus yarder if they were to kick a field goal. So they're going to punt it.
Come on, pussies. You had that.
A very decent punt here from Purdue. Getting Nebraska to start their next drive at the 6-yard line. The running back got really twitchy there for a minute and couldn't figure out what direction he wanted to go. Does pick up 4 yards with his...
He could have had 6 had he not gone all crackhead.
Well, yes, maybe their corn was a little...
it was laced.
Right.
All right, going with another handoff here. Does get the first down, drop down at the 24-yard line. Going to make it 1st and 10 here for the Cornhuskers.
Amazing how much more yardage he's able to get when he runs in a straight line rather than trying to do zigzags.
Right.
He wasn't being chased. I'm not sure why he was zigzagging. They can't catch him.
I think he was trying to find the hole and then didn't find it. Nebraska, handoff up the middle, loses 2 there on that drive.
Finding the hole is going to be a bit of a struggle, but doing a zigzag pattern doesn't help. 2nd down and 12 yards.
What, you've never been looking for the hole and gave it that little waggle hoping you did something?
Can't say that I have.
Okay.
2nd down and long here from Nebraska. Does pick up about 5 yards on the carry there to bring it to 3rd and 7 from the 27. High snap.
Very high snap. Still able to get some yardage on there. Brings it to 4th and 4 at the 30.
They pick up 3 yards, but not enough to move the chains. So Nebraska looking to punt for the 2nd time. Up here from Nebraska. Calls for the fair catch at the 26-yard line. Hand off to the running back to the outside.
Able to finally bring him down after a gain of 8.
Second down and 2 from the 34 for Purdue. Looking for an option play here. Quarterback decides to keep it, making it 3rd and a cunt hair.
Our first cunt hair of the evening.
Yes. Actually, just getting ready to mention we haven't had any cunt hairs yet. Here we are.
Yes, with the cunt hair.
Yes. Much longer cunt hair than our usual ones, but...
Right.
Run to the outside, finally brought down at the 46-yard line, is more than enough to move the chains.
Yes. Unfortunately, Boilermakers boiling some water and getting ahead here. As I've recently been informed, that has to do with steam engines and not macaroni and cheese.
Right. Run to the outside does pick up 1 yard, bringing that second down and 9 from the 47. Another handoff.
Right up the middle.
Does get enough to move the chains, bringing up another first down.
That does not bode well for Nebraska.
Been very run-heavy offenses thus far.
Yes. Yes, they have. We're at 1st and 10 yet again. Gonna hand off yet again.
Let's pick up 4 yards on the outside run. Brought down at the 39-yard line, bringing up second down and 6. With a hard count there.
False start.
Offense moved first, causing a false start penalty. That brings up second down and 11 from the 44. Pass over the middle is complete. Let's get 10 of those 11 yards back. Bringing up 3rd and 1 from the 35.
Purdue again with the handoff to the outside. Does get enough for the first down. Drives it forward to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Yet again. Yet again for the Purdue steam engines.
Called the boiler there.
Same fucking thing, apparently.
Run to the outside gets 2 yards, bringing up second down and 8 from the 23.
That time I think they got Nebraska.
With a hard count, does get Nebraska to jump off sides.
Van Poppel.
After the 5-yard penalty, brings up second down and 3 from the 18. So their first possession inside the red zone here. And gets stopped for a 1-yard loss.
There you go. God damn, that 0 is a big boy.
Yes, he's what we would call a chunk.
Yes. Oh boy, large. Purdue, 3rd and 4 here, looking for the pass. Gonna get blown the fuck up in the backfield. Gonna be 4th and 13 after a huge loss. I'm assuming they're gonna shoot for that field goal, get 3 on the board.
Yes.
I don't see why they'd punt it from there.
No,
I don't even know if they could punt it from here.
you could punt it from there.
But why?
Probably wouldn't end that well.
Number 35 on the field goal.
45-yard field goal here.
And it is good.
Right down the middle.
Purdue first to put points on the board this game. Lucky them being at home and all with all these mac and cheese enthusiasts. Excuse me, steam engine enthusiasts.
I wonder if the stadium has a lot of chicken too.
Perhaps.
Purdue does make chicken.
Hopefully it's good chicken.
It might be.
Nebraska grabbing the ball and moving it forward to about the 21 here.
Gets 1 yard on the first down run. Bringing it 2nd and 9 at the 22. Like they're going to have time to run one more play here. If they... Okay, I stand corrected. They will not.
That's the end of the first quarter here. What the fuck is that? That didn't look like a steam engine or mac and cheese. What the hell was that?
That would be their mascot.
Oh, okay.
He's I'm assuming the conductor of the Boilermaker.
Gotcha.
First play of the second quarter. Broden gets 5 yards on the carry, bringing up 3rd and 4 from the 27.
Nebraska dropping back to pass.
Pass is intercepted by Purdue.
They're going to be taken back almost for a touchdown there. That was
Finally
almost
brought
a big
down at the 3-yard line.
Bastard.
Purdue making a big stop here early in the game.
Yeah.
If they can take advantage of their second attempt inside the red zone. They've been in the red zone once and didn't get anything. This will be attempt number 2 here.
Like from the 2.5, 3 yard line, right about.
That pass
Looks
does
like
hit just enough to cross the plane of the goal line to get a touchdown.
Yep, his cunt hair across the plane. Purdue with the touchdown, whatever the hell that is dancing around. So we got Purdue with 9 points on the board and the Cornhuskers with a big old goose egg so far.
Yeah, Nebraska can't seem to gather any steam in this game.
I see what you did there.
Nebraska's still here with some really dry corn on the cob.
He's got shoulder check there down at the 16-yard line. And that run play blown up for a 1 yard loss. Back to the 15-yard line. The second down.
You sound to be a bit frustrated here, sir.
Yes, I do sound to be a tad frustrated.
It'll be okay.
That's a big drop back to pass there. Let's see if it works out for him. And it didn't. No, it did.
It did.
He did catch it and then just tossed it off right away. All right, cool.
Caught it and stepped out of bounds. Big pass play there to the wide receiver on the outside. Moving the chains.
Thankfully. I feel a little better now.
Breaks one tackle. Runs past another one.
Let's get the first down.
Gets up to the 50-yard line after picking up the first down. Running back has 54 yards rushing so far in the game. Another run. Can't seem to get away from anybody and gets gang tackled there by the Boilermakers for getting a 2-yard gain.
There's the unsportsmanlike flag there on that.
That wasn't unsportsmanlike.
It should have been.
That was perfectly legal. Second down and 8. Run to the outside. Finally brought down at the 30-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Bringing up 1st and 10 for the Cornhuskers.
Run forward yet again. Only getting one on that one. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Will be 2nd down.
Second down and 9 here for Nebraska. Breaks free of a couple tackles. Finally brought down at the 22-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 2.
Play action. Handoff there.
Pass to the tight end is complete and does move the chains, bringing up 1st down and 10 from the 15. Nebraska with their first opportunity inside the red zone.
Yes.
Finally inside the red zone with about 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Nice of them to join the party. 4-yard gain on the run. Brought down at the 12-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 6.
Purdue band with this rudimentary rendition of whatever fucking song that was.
It was very good.
Was it?
Yes.
I'm sure it would be as a Sooners fan.
Does move the chains on that carry there, bringing up 1st and goal from the 4. If Nebraska can finally put some points on the board.
Handoff right up the middle, does get stuffed. Still 2nd and goal here from the 3-yard line.
It's kind of a groovy beat. 2nd down and goal from the 3 for the Cornhuskers.
And the Cornhuskers
finally gets into the end zone. Nebraska finally getting on the board.
Yep, putting the tip right in there. Getting that 6 points there, soon to be 7 after they get now there's a good guitar riff right there. Is that shit right there? Herbie
Pretty
Husker.
sure he was flicking some corn or bugs.
Well, yeah, we had some bugs down there. Had to flick them off.
Maybe if they are in Purdue, so they should perhaps find some water and steam it.
With the extra point.
Is up and good.
Nebraska.
A long drive there, 12 plays, taking over 7 minutes off the clock. Deep kickoff here, returning about the 1-yard line. Tries to spin away from the tackle, but cannot. Brought down at the 18-yard line.
Only a one yard gain, I believe, on that play.
No, it was
3 yards. 3 yards. I can't math.
But clearly, because a 7 doesn't look like a 9. So.
Right. Yeah. Did bring it up to the 20-yard line here, and that's where we'll start 2nd down.
Play action fake here from Purdue. Pass to the outside is complete. Doesn't get a whole lot. Does pick up 3 yards on the reception. Runs out of bounds to 24, bringing up 3rd and 4. Purdue looking to extend their lead here before the half. Currently up by 3 points. Does go with the handoff. Finally brought down to the 32, but that does move the chains for Purdue.
First down, Purdue.
Boilermakers looking to make some ramen out of Nebraska here. And he's going to tuck it and run. Gets the first down there.
Choo-choo, motherfucker, getting the first down. Only brought down at the 44. First down and 10.
From the 44.
Another handoff to the outside. Gets enough for the first down and much more. Finally taken out of bounds at the 30-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10.
Looks like they're switching up the play right there on the spot. And gets blown up either way. Choo-choo, motherfucker, has stopped. Gets brought down at the 28-yard line.
Well, Nebraska needs to get all aboard here and come up with a stop.
Your train puns need to stop, sir.
Third down and 2 from the 21.
World's largest drum.
That it is.
And he's just chugging forward there with that handoff.
Absolutely.
There,
Only brought down at the 10-yard line.
there, I joined in on the train puns.
Very good. I appreciate your efforts.
Time for the 2-minute timeout.
It's a 2-minute warning.
Okay.
Don't give a shit what the NCAA says. It's a 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from the 10. They can get a first down without scoring. Nebraska finally bringing the running back down on that screen pass down at the 5-yard line. They're up 2nd down and 5 from the 5. Decides to keep it and does run in for a touchdown.
Nebraska defense got to figure out what the hell they're doing here if they want a chance to stop these guys.
One might say Nebraska needs to derail them.
I'm gonna hit you.
Why would you threaten violence against me so much?
The kicker is on.
Are you not with the Soul Train? Extra point is up and good. Purdue extending their lead by 10 points, making it 17-7 with just over a minute to go in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being glared at. And there's a lot of head shaking here from my colleague.
Nebraska from the 18. Gonna drop back to pass here.
And just
Throws it away.
Nebraska looking like the caboose of this game so far.
God. Dude, you shut the fuck up. Rifle pass right over the middle. Is able to get quite a bit of yardage and the first down. Drop down at the 36, and they take a timeout. Stop the clock. Kick you in the caboose.
Pass is complete, but knocked out of bounds for a 2-yard loss here on the play. Bringing up second down and 12 from the 34.
Dropping back to pass here. Is able to catch it, having to take their timeout after they get stopped at the 41-yard line. Only a gain of 5 on there.
Pass complete over the middle. Beaver does get enough for the first down and gets out of bounds so that they don't have to use their final timeout here. They stop the clock with 43 seconds left here in the first half.
Boilermaker fans looking a tad boiled by that play.
One might say they're running out of coal.
Fuck.
Or water, as it were. They are steam engines. So.
Huge rifle pass.
Breaks free of a tackle. Finally brought down at the 5-yard line. Huge pass play there for Nebraska. First and goal from the 5. Stop briefly until they get the chains set. Just under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Pass complete over the middle, but doesn't get much. Not enough to cross the plane of the goal line. Stop at the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. 10 seconds left here. Nebraska finally deciding that they're going to use their final timeout. Wasted a lot of time and are now going to have to settle for just getting 3 points. So leaves 2 seconds left on the clock after the field goal.
Did they miss that? They missed that.
Did they?
Yes, it's still Purdue 17, Nebraska 7.
So chip shot field goal misses, and Purdue is just going to come out and take a knee to go into halftime with a 10-point lead. So we were talking about Purdue running out of water on that drive.
I think that was Nebraska, perhaps.
Nebraska boiled over.
Just talk about your stats and shut up.
See the big difference in the rushing game here. Purdue's out to a 10-point lead, and the passing game has definitely been a secret weapon so far. Very run heavy, using the run to open up their passing game. See if Nebraska has an answer for for this Purdue offense.
Gonna start their drive at the 16-yard line here. Drops back. Deflected there by the defender. He didn't run out of steam there, I don't think.
No, he just runneth over. Makes the nice deflection there and brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 16. Pass falls incomplete after the huge hit there on the Purdue wide receiver. Brings up 3rd and long from the 16.
Nebraska's defense coming out to play finally.
Scrambles to the outside, but can't get away from the Nebraska defense and is sacked for a 1-yard loss. Bringing up 4th and 11 from the 15. Nebraska coming out in the second half looking like a coal train instead of a steam train. Ladies and gentlemen, I might get smacked by my colleague here if I continue with
these train puns.
Are you not entertained? Nebraska with the return on the punt, getting up to the 49-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10. Run to the outside, does get 1 singular yard.
One is better than none, sir.
That is true.
One might say the Nebraska offense engines are running.
Slowly, but yes.
But they're still running.
They're kind of an idle at this point.
No, they are running.
2nd down run does do a lot better than the 1st down one. Bringing up 3rd and 2 from the 43. The outside
Does get blown up there.
blown up by the Purdue defense. Stopped for a 4-yard loss on the play. 3-yard loss, I should say, not 4.
It caused Nebraska to punt here.
Punt inside the 10. Takes a bad bounce for Nebraska and rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Purdue starting their next drive at the 20. Decides to scramble outside the pocket. Does get down to avoid the hit, picking up 6 yards. Bringing up 2nd and 4 from the 26.
We're going to run forward there. The handoff right down the middle.
He's running back over 100 yards with that carry.
Finally brought down at the 36. We'll leave it 1st and 10 from there.
Quick pass to the outside is completed. We're going to get 3 yards on the completion. Brought down at the 39-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 7.
Run right up the gut here. Able to get 9 on it, or not even 9. It's like 6. I can't math. About 6.
You can math it.
Yes.
3rd and 1 from the 46.
We'll go with that.
That was a 6-yard carry.
6-yard carry. There you go.
Pass complete over the middle. More than enough for the first down. Finally brought down the other side of the 50-yard line at the 40.
I don't know what the hell that was. The Purdue mascot looking like a doofus over there, licking his bean.
Another pass to the outside. This time was completed with the big contact. Bringing up 2nd down and 4 from the 34. Got 6 yards on that pass there.
Run forward right up the gut there. Manages to get a yard. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 33.
Lots of threes.
Yes, that was a tongue twister.
Running the RPO there on 3rd down to get the first down. Finally brought down at the 19-yard line. That does move the chains yet again for Purdue.
Pass ball again, right up the middle. Unable to hold on to it. Bring it to 2nd and 10 now.
Second down and 10 from the 19. Pass is complete and in for a touchdown. Purdue taking Nebraska to the training yard. Putting up another 6 points on the board. Lining up for the extra point.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Point is up and good.
Purdue leading this contest 24-7. Kickoff to Nebraska. They are going to take a knee, bringing it up to the 25-yard line. That's where we'll start this drive.
Run to the outside, gets a big chunk of yardage there on the first down carry. They brought down at the 40-yard line.
Would be 15 yards they got on that carry. I can math there. And off to the outside. Only manages to get 1. Bring it to 2nd down. 9 to go until they move the chains.
Down to 9. Nebraska looking for the run to the outside again. Doesn't get enough to move the chains again for Nebraska, bringing up 1st and 10 from the 43. Run, tries to go up the middle, nothing doing on the first down carry. But he does manage to pick up a yard, bringing up second down and 9. Flag on the play. Nebraska called for a false start. That was called on the running back. Don't typically see there. Got a little anxious.
Yeah.
Went for the screen pass that is completely blown up by the Purdue defense.
Dylan Raiola having to throw that ball away quite expeditiously.
Yes.
Dropping back to pass.
Throws that one away. Bringing up 4th and 14 from the 48-yard line. Nebraska having to punt.
Yeah. Seems like they threw away most of that down there, or most of that little transaction they had there right at the end.
Punt from Nebraska goes out of bounds at the 14.
Decent little punt there.
1st and 10 from Purdue. Another RPO. Pass completed to the outside for a gain of 8 yards. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 22. Down in 2 from the 22. Free play here for Purdue. Does get enough for the first down. They are going to decline this penalty. Was an offsides call there. Purdue declining the penalty there to take the first down yards that they just got. Pass falls incomplete. Bringing up second down and 10 from the 27.
Purdue with the snap there. I'm going to go with the handoff right up the middle. Doesn't get much of shit. Only gets about 1 yard on it.
The 3rd and 9 from the 28.
Drops back to pass with the pressure incoming. However, able to get it off and to the receiver. Gets it forward with a gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 4th and 2 for Purdue from the 35.
Number 30, on to Pontillo.
They will kick it off here. Or punt it off, I should say, rather.
Nebraska takes the fair catch at the 22, bringing up 1st and 10. Just over a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Run up the middle. Good for 8 yards. Bringing up second down and 2 from the 30. Another run here from Nebraska. Doesn't get much. Only manages to get 1 yard. Bringing it 3rd down and 1 from the 31.
Yep, not a whole lot behind that play. That'll mark the end of the third quarter. We got Purdue still leading 24 to Nebraska's measly 7. What do you think of those comparisons there, Renegade?
Actually, kind of surprising. Both running backs had exactly the same amount of yardage. You saw the difference in the amount of carries for each one to get that yardage. But it looks like Purdue's kind of gone more with more of a balanced attack here in the second half, doing a good mix of run and pass. Nebraska sticking heavy to the run game, as we see there on that play that hits them nothing and actually
Turnover on downs.
caused a turnover on downs, trying to go for it there on fourth down. Play action from Purdue here. Pass is complete to the sideline. Does lose a yard. Nebraska defender there, lucky he didn't get called for a penalty for a late hit out of bounds. One yard loss on that pass play, bringing up second down and 11. The play action pass here is complete to the wide receiver, who is surrounded by multiple Nebraska defenders, but still comes away with the reception. Brought down at the 13-yard line.
Kind of amazing. Purdue with the
Diving completion there.
that was complete. Wow. Rifle pass, it looked like.
Bullet pass there. It wasn't really diving. He just kind of slid in and caught it.
Nice play there by the Purdue offense. Gonna go with the
Second down
handoff
and
right up the
3
middle.
from the 6. Does manage to get 2 yards on the carry. Bringing up 3rd and 1 from the 4. Pass is complete. Forward progress does give him the first down at the 2-yard line. First and goal from the 2 for the Boilermakers. Jet pass, breaks free of a defender and gets in for 6.
Woo!
Purdue looking to lower the arms on the railroad crossing. Getting yet another touchdown.
My colleague's about to be in a morgue. Another one of these train-related puns comes into play.
Extra point is good, making it 31-7. So Visions, what is your thoughts thus far into this game?
I think it's crap. This game sucks. Fuck football. Nebraska finally with the ball, able to get it to the 12-yard line.
Needs to pass to the outside. It's a huge chunk of yardage, finally brought down at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and if I'm being for real, Renegade, I hope this is not indicative of what will actually happen come Saturday. This is definitely not a good look for Nebraska, and I don't think this is what will actually happen. If anything, it will be a much closer game. Now, whether or not Nebraska wins or loses, I don't know. That's still up in the air for me, but it will be a much closer game either way.
Now, do we think that the actual announce team is going to make as many
train-related puns? Absolutely not.
If only there was a way for me to insert some dialogue for them. Nebraska here with a huge pass play. Finally brought down on the other side of the 50 at the 29-yard line. Nebraska with their first real field flipping play here. Pass complete over the middle to the wide receiver. Again, enough for a first down. Brought down at the 7-yard line.
Nebraska's offense finally coming to play. First time since the first quarter, I do believe.
Yeah. Well, the quarterback keeper and dives in and gets a touchdown. Nebraska apparently driving around the lowered arms of the railroad crossing.
Oh my fucking God. Nebraska with their extra point attempt after driving around the lower arms. Going for two here. And gonna get stuffed.
Just dancing around in the backfield there.
That's what we call a Chinese fire drill after driving around the lowered arms.
Apparently they didn't hear the train whistle.
I'm gonna kick you in the nuts one of these days.
Number 18, set to kick this one away.
Turns about a yard deep in the end zone. Only gets up to the 17-yard line. Run to the outside, runs right past the defender. Does get 9 yards on that first down carry. Top of the 26. Bringing up second down and 1 with about 9 minutes to go here in the game.
Bullet pass on the side there. Going forward, gets the first down plus some. Finally brought down at the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the macaroni and cheese makers.
No, they're steam engines or boiler makers.
Whatever the fuck they are.
They're not making pasta.
They are of Nebraska's defense. How's that?
Yes, they are making Nebraska's defense look like a noodle at this point. Or a railroad tie.
A railroad tie. Gonna drop back to pass here.
Pass is complete on the sideline. Steps out of bounds at the 50-yard line. And again, moving the chains. Second down run goes to the outside, only gets 3 yards on the carry. Nebraska really needing to derail this Purdue offense.
You used that one already, sir. It lost its impact.
It's okay, but it's still viable for what we are witnessing.
Yes. Yes, Nebraska looking to derail this offense. Got a flag on the play here, though. Looks like Purdue called for 10 yards.
10-yard holding penalty negates a decent play on that previous attempt there.
And then they get stuffed in the backfield.
Blown up for an additional 2-yard loss. And 3rd and long from the 43-yard line.
On the next drive, Purdue able to make up some of that yardage there, brings it to 4th and 9 from the 49.
Didn't manage to get half of that yardage back.
Yes, but we have a punt incoming.
Oh, Nebraska brings the pressure on the punt, but looks like he may have hit the punter. That is going to be called for roughing the kicker. That's going to give Purdue an automatic 1st down. Definitely not what Nebraska was looking for with that.
And I think as far as our AI predictions, that's the first time that's ever been called, if memory serves.
No, this would be the second time. We did have one called the very first week. I also believe against Nebraska. I could be wrong on that, but I thought Nebraska got called for roughing the kicker in the first week of our prediction show. However, Nebraska is coming out after this, after that penalty here and putting a quick stop together here. It is 3rd and 9 from the 32. Able to get a whole lot.
Gonna tuck it and run.
Does get hit before the line to gain, but is able to break free and gets just enough to move those sticks. Brought down at the 22-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10.
Purdue able to push forward there for 8 yards. Going to bring them to the red zone and the 14-yard line. 2 yards to go to move the sticks. Looks like we're hitting that 2-minute warning.
Second down and 2 from the 14. Another handoff up the middle. Gets one of those 2 yards. Brought down the 13-yard line. It was at 3rd and 1. Another RPO here from Purdue. Does get enough to move the chains. Brought down at the 7-yard line, bringing up 1st and goal. Almost jumps off sides again. Does get back before the ball is snapped. 1st down run.
Able to be stopped just a cunt hair shy of the of the touchdown here.
Goal from about the half-yard line here. They are going to run a play right before the end of the game. The play goes for negative yardage.
And that brings us to the final score of Purdue 31, Nebraska 13. And I don't have much to say about that. So we're going to go to the Stats Master, Renegade, as we rifle through the stats here.
Nebraska looking like a car caught on the train tracks, and Purdue ran them the fuck over.
Bucket kick here.
So looking at the stats of this game, looking at first downs, Nebraska did fall short in the first downs category with 17 to Purdue's 20. Total offense was actually pretty even across the board. Nebraska did pull out the edge in total offense with 325 yards of total offense to Purdue's 322. Rushing was a big part of this game, as we had seen most of the way through here. Nebraska coming up short in the rushing game with 32 carries, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 4.2 yards a carry. Purdue with the edge in this category with 39 carries, 181 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Passing game, we did see Purdue doing a lot more passing in the second half. Kind of surprised that Nebraska didn't really do a lot of passing. Kind of stuck with the run game, which may have actually hurt them. Nebraska had 11 completions on 16 attempts, no touchdowns, ending the day with 192 yards passing, averaging 12 yards per pass. Purdue, 20 completions on 25 attempts, 3 touchdowns, ending the day with 141 yards passing, averaging 5.6 yards per pass. And Nebraska able to come out on top in the passing game, even though they didn't have as many attempts in the passing game. Third downs, this is a big one that Nebraska fell short in, which in turn leads to the score that we had seen. Nebraska 2 for 8, only converting 25% of the time on third down. Purdue coming out with 9 for 14, converting 64% of the time. And you can convert on third downs, definitely keeps you in the game, increases your chances of winning said game. Red zone, not too bad for either team. Nebraska had 2 touchdowns in the red zone, no field goals, converting 66% of the time. Purdue with 4 touchdowns, 1 field goal, converting 83% of the time. Another category here that leads to the score that we've seen is the 1 turnover that Nebraska had. Purdue not having any turnovers. Total yardage actually comes as a shock to me. Nebraska actually had the edge in total yards with 408 to Purdue's 378. Nebraska with quite a few penalties also didn't help them to win this game. 4 penalties for 30 yards to Purdue's 2 for 15. And then time of possession did go to Purdue with 36:03 to Nebraska's 23:57.
Definitely not what a Nebraska fan wants to see. I'll just leave it there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are set for game 2. Brings us to Austin, Texas for the Longhorns' 5th week game
against the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Looks like Mississippi State electing to receive. We're going to get tied up there at the 21-yard line, and that's where they'll start the beginning drive of this game.
First and 10 from the 21. Play action here on first down. Pass is complete on the sideline for a first down.
Oh, wow. I thought he was out of bounds when he caught that. Apparently not.
Nice toe drag there from the receiver. First down and 10 from the 41 now. And off up the middle. Does get 6 yards.
Able to bring it to the 47-yard line.
Second down and 4 from the 47. Little play action pass, looking deep on the outside.
It's really early to be going that deep, if I'm being fair there, but
Pass is broken up by the Texas defense, bringing up third down and 4 from the 47.
again with the
Pass
pass.
Ball is incomplete. Does bring up fourth down and 4.
Mississippi State looking at a punt situation this early in the game.
Not a very good punt here from Mississippi State.
I'm not quite sure what the hell he was trying to do with that, but
Looks like he may have shanked that one a bit.
just a smidge.
Ball goes out of bounds at the 35, giving Texas great starting field position here.
Yep, and they're going to take advantage of that moving forward. 8-yard gain there brings them to the 43 and second down. Only 2 yards left to go until they move the chains.
Pass complete to the wide receiver. Does get way more than enough for the first down. They brought down at the 34-yard line, bringing up first and 10.
Texas came ready to play.
Bulldogs defense unable to herd these Longhorns with their particular breed of dog that they are. Second first down run does go for no gain on the outside. Brings up second down and 10 from the 34.
Longhorns. Looks like they're going with the handoff right up the gut here. Able to push forward, break several tackles on his way to 3rd and 1 from the 25.
Run up the middle is blown up by the Mississippi State defense, stopping them for no gain, bringing up 4th and 1 from the 25. If Texas decides to go for it here on 4th and 1, or if they're just going to settle for the 3 points. So they are going to line up for that 3 points. Field goal is up and good.
Texas able to get 3 up on the Bulldogs here. Bulldogs unable to contain the Longhorns thus far.
Yes, we're unable to hurt them. Kick here. Mississippi State with the return up to the 18-yard line where they will start their next drive. Takes the handoff to the running back. Quarterback breaks a tackle. He does pick up 6 yards on the quarterback keeper. The 2nd down and 4 from the 24.
And quickly getting in position here.
Got pass to the wide receiver.
Flag down on the play.
Mississippi State calls for a hold there. After the penalty, brings up 2nd down and 14 from the 14. And to the outside is blown up in the backfield. Stopping him for another 4-yard loss, bringing up 3rd and long from the 10.
3rd and about a mile here.
Definitely not where Mississippi State wants to be, is penned in deep in their own territory in this particular environment. Going with the screen pass here on 3rd and long. Does pick up 5 yards. Still not enough for the first down, bringing up 4th and 13 from the 15.
Quick punt situation here for the Bulldogs as they give the ball back to the Longhorns.
A little better punch this time. Being pinned in that deep still gives Texas great field position to start the drive.
Absolutely.
Finally brought down after a gain of 7 yards at the other side of the 50-yard line at the 46. Going up 2nd down and 3. To the wide receiver on the outside is complete and gets just enough to move those chains. Right down at the 43-yard line. Hand off to the running back.
He's got to break
the outside and picks up 8 yards on the first down carry. Brought down at the 35-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 2.
from the 35, Longhorns. We go with that handoff right up the middle, able to getting stuffed there, only able to get back up to the line of scrimmage there. Gonna bring it to third down, again from the 35, and 2 to go till they move the chains.
Was able to get close to the first down, bringing it to fourth in a cunt hair, our first cunt hair
Of this game.
Yes. Only the second one of the entire day. Texas looking to go for it here. Goes with the quick swing pass to the outside, complete, and does get more than enough for that first down. Stop and taken out of bounds at the 23. Texas with another pass, under pressure, and
had to throw it away there.
Couldn't get enough on it to get it to the wide receiver that was open. Ball ends up falling right at his feet. Does bring up second down and 10. Quick pass to the outside is complete.
This time running forward for six. Texas drawing first one.
Turned on the Jets and just runs right by everybody.
Technically, this is their second time drawing first blood, so second blood, I guess. Because they had the 3, right? First blood. And now they got the 6. Second blood.
Wouldn't that just be another stab wound?
Yes.
Or they just are not healing the wound of the first one?
Extra point attempt, either way, is good. Brings it to Texas with 10. Mississippi State with a big old goose egg.
Didn't know Bulldogs could give birth to goose eggs.
Yes, they can.
Ooh.
They are birthing a wide one right now.
Ooh. Run to the outside, goes nowhere. Stop for a 1-yard loss. We got second down and 11 from the 18. Another run for Mississippi State.
They actually make some headway on there, bringing it to third.
Gains 10 yards on the second down and long play there.
Yes.
Bringing it to 3rd and 1 from the 27.
Definitely a hell of a play there for Mississippi State.
Texas off guard with the run instead of Texas thinking that there's going to be a pass in that situation.
And Texas looking like a herd of bull in headlights.
Does get enough for the first down, but there is a flag on the play. And that is coming back again. Mississippi State getting a decent chunk of yardage, this time moving the chains, but negated by the holding call. Bringing up 3rd and 11 from the 17.
Not what you wanted
Screen
to happen.
pass to the outside, does have the blockers there, but he can't quite stretch for the first down.
Brings it to our third cunt hair of the evening. Fourth down here for Mississippi State, and just a teeny tiny little hair there.
Mississippi State is going to punt it away here. playing the field position game. Texas not taking the fair catch there and does get it up to the 40. Does get mollywopped there by the Mississippi State punt return defense.
That run, good for 4 for the Texas Longhorns here. Brings it to 2nd down, 6 to go at the 44. And
action here
was going to be
under pressure and gets sacked for a huge loss. Bringing up 3rd and 12 from the 38. Mississippi State not biting on that play action. Spins off of the offensive lineman there to get in for the sack. Texas does here on 3rd and long. Yard-looking pass. And it falls incomplete, which would have been enough for the first down had he held on to it. Instead, it is 4th and 12 from the 38. Texas having to punt.
Number 96 on to kick it away.
Very unfortunate set of downs there for the Longhorns. Looks like Mississippi State called for the fair catch right at the 20.
Hand off here from Mississippi State. Does get more than enough for the first down and moves those chains yet again.
A 15-yard gain. He just rifled that ball forward.
First down and 10 from the 35 with just under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Makes the jet pass, goes with the run instead, but only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd down and 10. And that may be the final play of the quarter.
Yeah, looks like they're going to bring it to the end of the first quarter. Texas with a commanding lead, 10 over the Mississippi State Goose Egg here.
Yeah, they're the Mississippi State Bulldogs, not the Goose Eggs.
Well, the Goose Egg Bulldogs, because they can't, apparently put points on the board.
Rushing stats there for the end of the quarter, pretty close. It was about a 10-yard difference there in rushing yardage for the two running backs. But another run here for Mississippi State, and again only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Bringing up 3rd and long from the 35.
Dropping back to pass. Huge pass right up the middle is complete.
Screen gets wide open. Not sure what happened there with the Texas defense. Looked like they had the coverage, and then all of a sudden, he's just wide open.
Yeah. Let him get away, definitely.
Like some of the defenders may have gotten tangled up on the crossing patterns there from the wide receivers. Either way, a huge chunk play here from Mississippi State. First down run only gets 3 yards. Stopped at the 34-yard line. Makes it 2nd down and 7. Play action pass here. And just throws it away. Avoiding the sack. Makes it 3rd and long here for Mississippi State.
Yeah, not what you're wanting to see as a Bulldog fan. Yeah, give it one more go-ahead here.
Another play-action pass. Almost intercepted, but again, there is a flag down. And Texas called with the defensive PI here. Does give Mississippi State an automatic first down. 1st and 10 from the 19. Mississippi State with their first possession inside the red zone. And on first down, does go for 4 yards. Second down and 6 from the 16. And off of the middle. Only good for 1 yard, making it 3rd and 5. Pass is complete to the wide receiver. He does break free of a tackle and gets enough for the first down. And stopped at the 3-yard line. Gets inside the 5.
Mississippi State hoping to stop the bleeding here a little bit.
Hit as he throws, and the pass falls incomplete. Texas bringing some huge pressure there on 1st and goal. Defender was definitely hoping that would have been a fumble, but his arm was coming forward as he hit him. That does fall as an incomplete pass. Looking for the option that started off terribly to begin with, loses some yardage.
Brings it to 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Dropping back to pass under pressure, throws it away.
Throws it through the back of the end zone, incomplete. Looking like Mississippi State's going to have to settle for 3 points here. And make this a 7-point ball game if they can make this field goal.
They do.
They do. Mississippi State able to hit the chip shot field goal there. Unlike Nebraska, who missed theirs from about the same yardage.
Thank you for that stat there, Renegade.
You're welcome. What I'm here for.
Ladies and gentlemen, I might be announcing next week's games by myself. Texas with the reception there, moving forward to about the 19.
Pass to the outside is complete. Picking up 5 yards on the completion there. Second down and 5 from the 25. And the pass again. Complete to the wide receiver who does break free of the tackle.
Broke free
of more than enough for that first down.
They broke free of several tackles there, it looked like. At least 2.
About 10 yards on that reception there. First and 10 from the 36. Play action pass here from Texas. Exit down to the running back, or the tight end on the outside there. Getting another gain of 5 yards. Down to 42, second down and 5. And off up the middle, the Mississippi State defense just waiting for him as he came through that hole. Well, does get 2 yards on the carry. Makes it 3rd and 3 from the 43.
Back to pass, right up the gut there. Is able to get the first down, brings it right to the 50-yard line for a 1st and 10 situation, Longhorns. Got a handoff there, right up the middle. Able to bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Again, at the 50-yard line, it'll be 2nd down, Longhorns.
Second down and 10 from the 50. And the pass to the outside is complete. And finally taken out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That does move the chains yet again for Texas. Pass is complete over the middle to a wide open wide receiver for a touchdown. Texas lining up for the extra point here. Ended this up and good.
8-play drive for 80 yards there for Texas. That's a first down for every drive in that, or every play in that drive. That is nuts. Mississippi State bringing it up to the 19-yard line on their kickoff return there. Unable to do anything on first down, brings it to 2nd down. It's still 10 to go. Buffs back to pass, able to get it on the left-hand side there. Looks like gets down at the 33-yard line. First down, Mississippi State Bulldogs. A handoff right up the middle here. Mississippi State able to get 4 on it. Brings it to 2nd down from the 37-yard line. Quarterback going to keep the ball, able to get the first down plus a few yards. Finally brought down at the 47-yard line. That'll be first down. Bulldogs. Getting set real quick here, going with the up-tempo offense. With the handoff fake and the play blown up, Mississippi State losing 6 yards on that. It'll bring it to second down, 16 to go until they move the chains. And we're sitting at the 41-yard line. Anthony Hill Jr. with the sack on the day.
Second down and 16 from the 41. Let's go with the handoff up the middle. Does get half of that back. Making it third down and 8 from the 49. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. But a handoff, breaks through a tackle, and does get enough to move the chains again. We'll bring it up first down and 10 from the 42.
Going to keep the ball.
Texas with another sack. Making it second down and 16 from the 48.
Definitely not what the Bulldogs wanted to do.
No. Again, Texas not biting on that play fake. Does get in for the sack. Second and long here for Mississippi State. Go with the handoff. Does manage to get 5 yards back.
Still third and long here at the 43 for the Bulldogs.
Let's take us to the 2-minute warning. State looking to put some points on the board to close this gap before the half. Pass complete to the wide receiver, but can't break free to get that first down. Is stopped 2 yards short of that line to gain.
Texas with their first timeout.
Mississippi State looking to go for it here on 4th and 2 from the 34. Goes with the handoff.
Blown up by the Texas defense. It is now turnover on downs. Texas right at the 35-yard line here.
Pass to the Texas wide receiver on the sideline is complete and is a cunt hair short of the first down.
Yes, it is second down and just a hair de la cunt until the first down. Texas with the reception right up the middle there, able to get it to the 49-yard line. It will be first and 10 from there. A minute 43 and counting remaining in the first half. And drop back to pass. With a pretty open man. Having to throw it away as pressure comes in. It'll be second and 10. Rifle pass up the middle is complete for a gain of about 14 yards to bring it to the 36-yard line. First down, Longhorns.
First and 10 from the 36. Pass completed over the middle. Finally brought down inside the 20 at the 18. That moves the chains again for Texas. From the pressure, can't get rid of the ball, takes a huge 8-yard loss on the sack.
Not exactly what they want to happen. Right about now, they're wanting to get in for some points before they get the ball at the half.
Good sack, second down and 18 from the 26. Under pressure again and can't get rid of it yet again. Takes another sack on the play.
Back-to-back sacks for the Bulldogs here, able to herd the Longhorns in late in this first half.
Texas burns another timeout. Third and 21 from the 29 and gets brought down again, this time not for a sack, but no gain. It was at 4th and 21 from about the 28-yard line. Texas does take their third and final timeout.
Got to think they're coming out with the field goal team here.
Yep, field goal team is lined up. Put 3 points on the board. Kick is up.
It is good.
Texas adds 3 more points here right at the half. So they're already commanding lead.
That would be at half. Longhorns with 20 points on the board. Mississippi State with 3.
Isaiah Bond here, 4 targets, 4 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Pretty decent first half for him. Texas offense, for the most part, able to do whatever they want to do here. At least in the passing game, the running game that's been pretty average, I would say.
Kind of hit and miss on the running game.
Nothing too spectacular. The passing game is definitely where they're hurting the opposing team here.
Yes.
Texas to receive here in the second half. Does get it up to the 18 before being tackled. All day, and he has a wide open wide receiver on the sideline.
Is able to catch it there.
Does keep his feet in bounds.
What a hell of a way to start the second half here.
Huge chunk play, flipping field here.
Really early in the
One
third
play,
quarter.
and we're already on the other side of the 50-yard line at the 38. Quarterback keeper. He does pick up 5 yards. Brought down at the 33-yard line. They go with the read option there. Good decision there to pick up 5 yards. RPO here to the tight end is complete and does move the chains for a first down. Got first down and 10 from the 26 for the Longhorns. Play action. Does check it down to the running back. Does get 5 yards on that completion. Brought down to the 21-yard line.
Bring up second down for the Bulls. Excuse me, the Longhorns.
Let's face it, it's still a bull.
Right.
Runs it right through the people who came into the backfield there. Doesn't slow him down, and he does get enough for the first down. Brought down at the 9-yard line, bringing up first and goal from the line. Mississippi State not able to bring him down for what should have been a loss of yardage on that run. Runs it right up the middle again and brought down right at the 1-yard line.
The second and goal here for the Longhorns, the Longhorn Bulls.
Second and goal from the 1. Pass here. And just throws it away through the back of the end zone. Bringing up third and goal from the 1.
I'm not quite sure why they didn't just run it right up the middle for the.
Yeah, I'm not real sure why they decided to throw it there either. The running game.
It's obviously better
for
than
20 yards in 2 plays. I would have just ran it there, but.
And here they go with the run right up the middle, what they should have done last play, but they finally do it this play, in for 6. Longhorns.
Adding more points to this already huge lead.
Is that cannon really even necessary at this point?
No, apparently they have excessive amounts of ammunition. And apparently need to use it.
Yes.
I don't think there's an expiration date on it, but maybe they think there is. I don't know. Extra point is up and good.
8-play drive again for 81 yards. Go the Longhorns. It'll be Mississippi State's ball after the kickoff. Brought down at the 17. It'll be 1st and 10, Bulldogs. See if they can do something with it this drive. Hand off up the middle, able to get 5 on it. Hey, Renegade, you got 5 on it.
Here we go again with this particular reference.
That's all I got.
Second down and 5 from the 22. Run up the middle. Does manage to fight for a 2-yard gain here. Brought down at the 24-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 3 from the 24. Another run to the outside, has to hurdle a few defenders that were laying down in front of him. Stop a cunt hair short of the first down.
Yep. 4th and a hair. Now it looks like they're going to punt it off here. Giving it right back to the Texas offense.
To the outside to a wide open wide receiver. Does get enough for the first down, but there is a flag down And it's coming back for a hold on Texas. After the penalty yardage tacked on, it's 1st and 20 from the 23. Let's get 6 of that yardage back, bringing up 2nd down and 14.
Third down with 7 to go from the 36 here for the Longhorns.
Pass to the outside is complete. Gets another 1st down. But again, we got a flag down. And again, coming back for another hold on Texas.
Granted, they got a commanding lead, so it doesn't really mean much, but you're not wanting to give up these yards.
Right, that's 2 first downs that they would have had that are negated by holding penalties.
Right. That's about to give up the ball after this punt to Mississippi State.
4th and 17 from the 26 here.
Texas.
I can't talk.
Texas.
Texas.
Not Tennessee.
Right.
And give it up to the Bulldogs, but historically the Bulldogs ain't been able to do jack shit with the ball on offense, so we'll see where they go with this. And right out the gate, stuffed for no gain, no loss. Bring it to 2nd down from the 39.
Play action here from Mississippi.
Pass flag
ball is incomplete, but we have a flag down. And that is going to be a hold on Mississippi State.
What the hell is with these holding fucking penalties in the second half of the 3rd quarter?
3 penalties in a row, all been holding.
Great. Mississippi State again ain't able to do much of shit.
Can't do anything. Does manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. That is it. 3rd down and long here from the 28.
They're looking for a big pass right here from the Mississippi offense. Let's see what they can do with it.
Thanks for the deep pass, but it is picked off by Texas.
Texas running it back and getting all the way to the 32-yard line. Huge play by Texas, getting back the ball after that horrible drive last time they had it.
Absolutely. To the outside is complete. Runs into a Mississippi State defender. And he does lose 2 yards on the reception there. Like the receiver should have went left instead of right.
Yes. 2nd and 12 from the 34 here. Texas with the fake handoff.
Does manage to throw the ball out of bounds and go incomplete. Doesn't give up any lost yardage with the sack. Still 3rd and long from the 34. Texas looking to put some points on the board after the interception. Under pressure. can't get rid of the ball and takes a huge loss of yardage.
Gigantic loss. Not quite what they were hoping.
Brought down at the 47-yard line, making it 4th and 25. 4th and a quarter of the field, Pigeons.
Yes. Let's say the defender's name was Calvin Dinkins. He dinked him back a little bit, I think.
Right. He dinked and maybe perhaps dunked.
Yes.
And Texas goes out of bounds at the 18. Passes complete for a first down. Forward progress put him at the 30-yard line. Mississippi State actually able to move the chains there. Something they haven't done a lot of in this game.
Right.
Hand off up the middle, greeted by multiple Texas defenders and stopped for no gain. Pass to the outside is complete. Does manage to pick up 8 yards on that reception, making it 3rd and 2 from the 38. Under pressure, throws it deep, and manages to complete the pass.
That has got to be the best offensive play we've seen from Mississippi State all freaking day.
Absolutely. Knows he's going to take a big hit, throws it deep, 49 yards. Texas was right there, but couldn't jar the ball loose as the receiver made the catch. Finally able to get him down at the 13-yard line. Completely flipping field position here. Look at the handoff to the outside.
Is able to get 7 on it there.
Second down and 3 from the 6. Another handoff to the outside. Does get enough to move the chains. And that is it. Completely blown up after getting the first down.
Yeah, he hit a brick wall right here.
Does make it 1st and goal from the 2. Goes with the option and does get in for 6.
However, there is some laundry on the field.
And Mississippi State called for a hold. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Certainly not what Mississippi State wants there in that situation.
Absolutely not.
See the top wide receivers for each team. Pretty even across the board of a lot of those stats. After the holding penalty, does make it 1st and goal from the 12th. Breaks free of everybody and scores a touchdown.
Mississippi State with their first 6 here on the day. Finally, here early in the 4th quarter.
Here you go. Say that last name, no, bud.
Akayayari. Something like that.
Mississippi State actually going to line up to go for 2 here. Goes with the handoff to the outside and is greeted by at least 3 Texas Longhorns there. 2-point conversion is no good.
Texas 27, Mississippi State 9. Number 82, Texas kicking off.
Return from about the 1. Does fight to get his way up to the 20-yard line.
And with the second down carry there, able to
First down
fight.
carry.
Yeah, first down, excuse me. Able to carry it 2 yards, bringing up second down and 8 from the 22.
Mississippi State almost caught jumping off sides there. Does get back before the ball is snapped. Not that it mattered. Running back able to run outside and get more than enough for that first down.
Oh, yeah.
Finally brought down at the 40-yard line. He's just shy of 100 yards for the game after that carry. First down carry to the outside. Blown up by multiple defenders there. There is another flag down and another holding penalty on Texas. Negates the 5-yard run, making it 1st and 16 from the 35.
What's with all these holding penalties this half? Holy crap.
Run to the outside is blown up in the backfield, making it 2nd down and 16. Pass to the outside is complete and gets just enough to move those chains on 2nd and long. Knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line on the other side of the 50.
Gonna hand off the ball to the outside, able to get first down plus some. Finally brought down at the 25-yard line is Texas.
Running back does go get over 100 yards for the day. First down and 10 from the 25. Pass almost picked off by the Mississippi State defense. Does fall incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10 from the 25. Another swing pass out here to the outside. Breaks free of one tackler. Can't break the next one. They're finally brought down at the 7-yard line. Again, moving the chains for Texas. Making it 1st and goal.
From the 7-yard line here. Texas able to move it forward to the 4-yard line for a gain of 3. See how I masked there?
I did.
I masked correctly, I do believe.
Yes. That you did, sir. 2nd and goal from the 4. Takes the handoff. Does pick up another 2 yards on the 2nd down pass play. Making it 3rd and goal from the 2. to the running back. Nowhere to go. Actually ends up losing a yard, making it 4th and goal from the 3.
See if they decide to go for it or if they decide to kick the 3. Me personally, with this commanding of a lead, I think I'd kick the 3.
They are not. They are going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
And that's a smart decision because they add 6 to their lead.
Running back goes in untouched on that 4th down carry. Run in for 6 yards, or for 6 points. Texas lined up for the extra point here. And is good. Able to get up to the 17-yard line for Mississippi State. Looking pass and falls incomplete on the outside. Bringing up 2nd down and 10 from the 17. Pass to the running back. Nowhere to go. Ends up losing a yard. Brings up 3rd and 11 from the 16. Pass to the outside is batted down by the Texas defender. Mississippi State coming out here on this drive and a quick 3 and out.
Number 83 in punt formation to kick it away.
There's a flag down here on this punt. Texas called for roughing the kicker. That will give Mississippi State an automatic 1st down. Certainly not what Texas was looking for on that. Getting a quick 3 and out, forcing the punt, but then making the mistake. And then giving up a huge chunk play right after.
Absolutely not what Texas wanted. Granted, they got more than enough lead right now to bear the weight of this guffaw, if you will, in their offense.
It's a huge 40-yard pass play. Receiver brought down at the 29, bringing up 1st and 10.
Excuse me, defense. Defense definitely dropping the ball here.
Pass over the middle is intercepted by Texas defense.
I say that, and then they go and do some shit like that.
Right.
Completely redeeming themselves.
Porter just completely jumped that route to get that interception. Was brought down at the 36-yard line. Texas with the 1st down run. Does pick up 5 yards on the carry. Second down and 5 from the 42. Just over 6.5 to go here in the game. Hand off to the running back. Does lose a yard. Making it 3rd and 6 from the 40.
Texas with a commanding lead halfway through the fourth quarter here.
Another handoff. Does get back to the line of scrimmage, but that is it. Texas not able to do much with their drive after the interception. Having their own 3 and out.
Number 96, on to punt and away.
And managing to gain 4 yards on that drive. State back on the field, 29-yard line, looking for the pass. Can't find anybody open and can't get rid of it, and takes a huge 14-yard loss.
Gigantic sack there by the Texas defense.
Second and 24 from the 15. Has managed to get 10 of those yards back, making it 3rd and 14 from the 25. Still 3rd and long. Quarterback's under pressure, sacks, fumbles the ball, recovered by Texas, who takes it in for 6.
Adding to the already commanding lead is Texas. Makes it 40-9 late into the fourth quarter with an extra point attempt still incoming.
Didn't see the pressure from his blind side, fumbles the ball. Texas able to get on it and take it in for a touchdown. Defense deciding that they're going to score the touchdown with a turnover rather than depending on the offense.
Right.
After the extra point, we're up to 41-9.
I think this one's pretty much in the books as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Not much Mississippi State can do at this point.
Nope. Not with 3.5 left to go in the last quarter of regulation play.
What some people would call the garbage time.
Yes.
It's over 3.5 to go here in the game.
It's kind of a formality at this point for Texas.
Completes a huge pass down the sideline. Finally brought down at the 47-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Another pass over the middle is completed. Brought down at the 39-yard line on the other side of the 50. Has managed to move the chains again. Over 2 minutes to go here. Pass over the middle is completed to the wide receiver for a gain of 8 yards. Brought down at the 31, and that should be the final play for the 2-minute winning.
Final 2 minutes of this game. It's pretty much over as far as we sit and speak here right now. What do you think of this game so far, Renegade?
Pretty one-sided. I mean, obviously the score indicates that.
Yes.
We'll have to look at the numbers and see if the stats say the same thing. But watching this game, Texas was definitely the team in charge.
Absolutely.
Forcing multiple turnovers, getting the fumble recovery in for 6 points.
Yeah, shit, even with their own penalties that they had, they are still
lots of penalties that could have cost them, a chance at winning this game, but with them having that commanding lead and quarterback under pressure again, Texas with their 5th sack of the game.
Lord.
Brought down at the 28-yard line, making it 3rd and 17 for the Bulldogs. You're going to have a rough day when you're not blocking the defensive end. That particular defensive end came in there untouched. Having played that position, you got to block them. Otherwise, we're going to make you pay every time. Pass over the middle is incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver there. Bringing up 4th and 17 from the 28 with just under a minute and a half to go here in the game.
Lining up for the field goal.
Lining up for the about a 45-yarder here is up and good.
Mississippi State able to add what one can assume is their final points to the board.
Correct. I don't see them getting the ball back again. Giving them the ball back with any time to necessarily do much with.
Number 82, set to kick this one away. Texas.
Kick there on the kickoff.
Does run into a brick wall at the 12-yard line. Gonna go for a handoff to the outside. Able to get 2 on it. Bringing it up to the 14-yard line. 2nd down.
Goes with the hard count. Gets a free 5 yards on the penalty there.
Make
it 2nd down and short from the 19. We get a 1st down here that will seal the deal here for Texas. They're going to chew up as much clock as possible.
Yep. Gonna bring it down to about the 2-second mark on the play clock.
Technically, I guess they technically don't need to get a 1st down because that does it there. They don't have to run another play.
Yep, that's gonna be ball game. And 1-0. Texas wins 41-12 over the Mississippi State Bulldogs. All right, Renegade, go through our stats here.
All right. We had discussed 1st downs and Mississippi State not getting many. They got more than I thought they did. They ended up the day with 15. However, Texas did have more of them with 20. Looking at the total offense here, Mississippi State ends the day with 338 yards of total offense to Texas's 377. Rushing, it was a run-heavy game. And again, kind of expected Mississippi State to kind of come out more in the passing game in the second half. They did run or pass the ball a little more, but certainly was not enough to change the deficit. They finished the day with 30 carries for 51 yards, no touchdowns, and only averaging just over 1.5 yards a carry. Texas finishes the day with 35 carries, 125 yards, 3 touchdowns, and averaging just over 3.5 yards a carry. Texas definitely with the edge in the running game by quite a bit. The average yards per carry, though, in the running game, I was surprised Texas's was so low. Definitely expected that to be a little higher. Passing for the game, Mississippi State did throw the ball quite a bit in the second half, but didn't complete nearly enough to change things. Going 19 out of 31 attempts for 1 touchdown, 287 yards, averaging 9.3 yards per pass. Texas, however, did really well in the passing game. Numbers definitely indicate that. Having 20 completions on 27 attempts, 1 touchdown, 252 yards, and averaging 9.3 yards per pass. So they both averaged the same amount of yards, but with the much better completion percentage from Texas, definitely able to help them in that category a little more. Third downs, neither team really did all that well on third downs. Mississippi State is 4 of 14, only converting 28% of the time. Texas actually did worse on third downs, only getting 2 out of 10, only getting 20% conversions on third down. Red zone, Mississippi State was 100% from the red zone. Having 1 field goal and 1 touchdown from the red zone. Texas able to get 50% of theirs. Ended the day with 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal, converting 50% of them when they got into the red zone. Here's the big one.
Turnovers.
The turnovers. This is one of the things that definitely killed Mississippi State, having 3 turnovers and Texas not having any.
Yep.
Total yardage. Mississippi State ends the day with 437 total yards. Texas with 447. So much closer in the yardage than I certainly would have thought looking at the rushing and passing numbers.
Yeah.
A lot of penalties in this game. A lot of them came in the second half.
What was that? 10 penalties for 105 yards, right about?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mississippi State ended the day with 5 penalties for 45 yards. And Texas actually did worse with 5 penalties for 60 yards. Most of theirs all being holding.
Yes. And a lot of them in a row.
Yeah, consecutive holding penalties. Mississippi State did lose the time of possession battle with 27 minutes, 39 seconds. Texas with 32 minutes, 21 seconds.
All right. That brings us to our final of our 3 games this evening. Here we join Oklahoma in Auburn.
Yes, this is the first away game for the Sooners. Having started their first 4 games at home. Not playing the greatest football as of right now going into this game. But see what Oklahoma can do here on the road. And another big SEC matchup here. Auburn will receive the kickoff here to start the game. And does bring it up to the 21-yard line.
What are you thinking coming into this game? Are you, as a Sooners fan, are you worried?
Considering what I have seen in real life from my team, this game does have me a little more worried than what I had originally thought starting the season. This is going to be a much tougher game than I would have thought. But hopefully with the changes that the coaching staff have made to the quarterback and other positions, we can come out on top. That is certainly not the way to do that.
Yes.
Giving up 46 yards.
Auburn Tigers. Right out the gate there. Auburn Tigers saying great.
Well, hopefully they'll choke on their Frosted Flakes.
Yes. And choke they sure did there.
Oklahoma with a huge sack there after giving up the bullshit fucking huge pass play. Getting them for a 6-yard loss on the sack. Makes it second down and long from the 39. One up the middle, doesn't get a whole lot, only manages to get 3 yards.
Still brings it to third down with 13 until they move the chains.
Goes with a screen pass that somehow doesn't get deflected. But Oklahoma able to rally back and tackle him before the first down. Bringing up 4th and 4 from the 27.
Gotta think they're gonna be going for the field goal here.
Yes, sir.
That puts Auburn with 3 on the board early into the first quarter. They're able to draw first blood against the Oklahoma Sooners.
Fuck off.
I guess your team would rather score later than, sooner.
Oklahoma's defense able to rally and only giving up the 3 points there after giving up that huge fucking pass play. Return man able to get up to the 19-yard line before being brought down. See what Oklahoma's offense can do here.
Probably not much of shit.
Goes with the handoff on first down that gets blown up.
Brought back to the line of scrimmage, thankfully.
Another run play here on second down. Does pick up 5 yards on the carry.
Able to break through a huge tackle, it looked like, was incoming, but able to muster through it, get forward to a 5-yard gain on that one, bringing it to 3rd and 5 from the 24 here.
Run here on 3rd down. Only manages to lose a yard, which not helpful, but
it's better than losing 10 yards.
There's that. Oklahoma going with 3 straight run plays. No passes on their first drive. Having to punt.
Is it 3 and out, or do my eyes deceive?
That was a 3 and out.
That was a 3 and out.
Yeah. Total yardage gain for that drive was 4 yards.
Well, congratulations, Sooners. You got 4 yards, and here we go, Auburn, already with a first down.
Looking kindly, fuck off.
The Tigers making a huge leap forward on their first possession of this drive.
I like Tigers, but I don't like these ones. Although I'm not sure what Tiger ever has been blue and orange, but
these ones, I don't know.
apparently they dunked their Tigers in Kool-Aid. Run here on second down. Gets 5 yards, making it 3rd and 4 from the 46.
Auburn with a bullet pass right up the middle there, complete for a gain. Going to be first down at the 38-yard line. Auburn.
And 7. Tackle for a 2-yard loss. Bringing up 3rd and 9 from the 37.
Auburn bullet pass right up the middle, complete for a first down there. Tigers just making strides down this down the field here. Looks like the Tigers able to pull the defense off sides there.
Let's give them a free 5 yards, making it 1st and 5 from the 22. Pass to the outside is complete for a gain of 4 yards.
Auburn with a huge pass in for 6. What do you think about that, Renegade? Does that make you feel good inside? Nice and warm and fuzzy?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Nice and warm and fuzzy like a blue and yellow tiger would. Blue and orange, whatever. A orange tiger. Going for the extra point.
Extra point is good.
And a kickoff to the Sooners here. Able to bring it back to the 18-yard line.
Quarterback waiting a month of Sundays to finally throw the ball.
And when he finally does throw the ball, it is blown up by the Auburn defense here.
Goes with the run. That does manage to get a yard. Looking at 3rd and 9 from the 18.
Quick set here. Going for the up-tempo offense. Drop back to pass. Intercepted by Auburn. Nat Blorge just going straight back for another 6 here. That would be a pick 6 by Auburn. Sooners deciding to show up on defense later rather than sooner. Extra point attempt here.
Why this particular quarterback was pulled from the game last week.
Bullshit like this, I'm assuming?
Yes. Currently trying to make something out of nothing there. He gets up to the 15-yard line. Goes with a quick pass to the wide receiver. He does manage to get the first down.
By the receiver. Pickup of 14. Good enough for a first down.
The middle good for 6 yards. Brought down at the 35-yard line.
Second down here for the Sooners. 4 to go. Gotta fake the handoff and then take it himself right up the gut.
Does get enough for the first down. Moving the chains. Another handoff, good for 7 yards.
Oklahoma deciding to show up here.
They don't really have a choice but show up at this point.
Right. This first quarter thus far is definitely one-sided as far as the scoreboard's concerned.
Did get just enough to move the chains. Brought down at the 49-yard line.
Keeping the drive alive. What the Sooners need at this point.
Yes. Scrambles out, finds an open wide receiver.
Huge pass down the middle. Able to get it all the way to the 9-yard line. That puts Oklahoma in the red zone. I do believe for the first time in this contest.
They brought down at the 9-yard line, bringing up first and goal for the Sooners. Another handoff to the outside.
Able to push forward to the 2-yard line.
Got 7 yards on that carry. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter, we're left with Auburn with 17 on the board. Oklahoma with a goose egg. What do you think of them passing and rushing yards there, Renegade?
Well, they've definitely got the edge in the rushing game. However, they need to put points on the board, and that is certainly not the way to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a 5-way hug there on the Auburn sidelines.
Huge sack on the play there.
Almost looked like an NDA needed to be signed on the Auburn, in the Auburn stands there. Oklahoma pushing forward. We got a flag on the play when it looks like
score, but
he did
it's
score.
going to be brought back into a hold. Wide receiver caught holding there on the outside, negates the touchdown, brings it back to the 14-yard line. Goes with a deep pass in the back of the end zone that falls incomplete. Couldn't quite hit the target there.
The target was definitely hitting.
Right.
One might say missed.
Right. Oklahoma going for the field goal here to put 3 points on the board.
Is good. Oklahoma able to bring the 17-point lead back to a 14-point lead.
Man's distraught as fuck after giving up 3 points, apparently.
A bunch of hands going through faces.
Right.
Number 46, set to kick off.
Auburn able to bring that kickoff return to the 19-yard line, and this is where they begin their drive. Huge pass up the right-hand side. Finally brought down at the 34.
Quarterback keeper does get more than enough for the first down, but there is a flag down, and that will be brought back on a holding penalty on Auburn. Making it 1st and 15 from the 29. Hand off to the outside. Pushed out of bounds after only giving up a gain of 4 yards. Making it 2nd down and 11 from the 33. Is complete. Stop a yard short of the line to gain.
They are going for the handoff. Looks like they got just enough to get that first down. The 1st and 10 Auburn from the 44. Looks like we got Auburn able to get the Sooners to jump off sides there.
Makes it 1st and 5 from the 49. Managed to pick up 3 yards.
Auburn with the handoff right up the middle, able to squeak by the defenders, get forward for the first down plus some. Finally brought down at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Tigers. Another handoff right up the middle, able to get another 6 on it.
Second down and 4 from the 32. Pass to the outside is blown up. Stop for no gain.
3rd down and 4 from the 32. Dropping back to pass yet again. All the time in the world.
Decides to just throw it away here.
Big 4th down and 4. Assuming they're going to bring out their field goal team to add another 3 to their lead here.
And they are. Like a 49-yard field goal attempt. And it's good.
After that, we got Auburn leading the way over the Sooners with 20 on the board. Sooners only with 3, a hard-fought 3 on the board.
Show your face, hard fought. return, we were able to get up to the 12-yard line where Oklahoma will start their next drive. Does pick up 6 yards on the carry, making it 2nd down and 4 from the 18. Hand off to the outside. Aim just to get a couple yards. Bringing up 3rd and 2 from the 20. Hand off to the outside, stop for a 1-yard loss, making it 4th and 3 from the 19. Punt. Brought down at the 44. Run to the outside. Does pick up 4 yards. There he does bring the Auburn run back up to 51 yards rushing for the day. 2nd down and 6 from the 48. Pass complete to the outside, brought down to the 38-yard line. That is enough to move the chains.
Not looking good so far this first half if you're a Sooners fan.
Yeah, no.
Not at all. See the anxiety heightening in my cohort here.
3 yards on the carry there. Brought down at the 35-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 7.
Auburn from 2nd down drops back to pass. Is complete up the middle there, brings it to 3rd down with 1 to go until they move the chains. Finally brought down at the 29-yard line. A little over 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Auburn back to pass, unable to hold on to it. It is now 4th down. You have to think Auburn is going to bring out their punt team, their field goal team, add 3 to their lead.
Number 38 on the field goal.
And they do. Kick is up. Kick falls incomplete. Auburn still with 20 to Oklahoma's 3. Looks like they missed the kick wide left. That is one disappointed Blorange Tiger whacking his head there. Oklahoma, the ball at the 29 here. Going to push forward for a yard gain. It'll be 2nd down with 9 to go. Pass to the outside, able to get 2 more yards on it. be third down, Oklahoma at the 32-yard line. Oklahoma drops back to pass, completed on the outside, able to step out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Going to bring it to first down here for the Sooners. Changing
10 from the 46 after the completion.
Changing stuff up at the line there, dropping back to pass. Rifle pass over the middle there, unable to get hands on it. And second down.
Quarterback hit as he threw, which will change the trajectory of the pass there just a bit.
Again, under pressure, able to complete a short little bullet pass for no gain with third down and 10.
Down in 10 from the 45. Pass is complete over the middle. Does get 7 yards, but that is not enough to move the chains. Brought down at the 48-yard line. Number is going to punt this away. Auburn deep in their own territory here.
And if my memory serves, Oklahoma gets the ball at the half, so.
Yes. Not the greatest of punts there, only essentially punting the ball for 20 yards.
That was, yeah, kind of ass. For Auburn here at the 28-yard line.
Screen pass to the running back is complete on the outside.
However, we do got some laundry on the field.
And that will come back with a holding penalty on Auburn. Making it 1st and 20 from the 18.
Dropping back to pass. Another flag on the play.
Flag down.
We got another holding.
Another holding call here on Auburn.
It's going to make it first and a fucking mile.
1st and 29 from the 9. Certainly not how Auburn wanted to start this particular drive here.
Absolutely
and that
not.
pass falls incomplete with the big hit there from the corner from Oklahoma.
Absolutely. It looks like my fingers are stupid.
We're hitting buttons again. 2nd down and 29 from the 9. Auburn goes with the run play here. Auburn burns a timeout. Get 2 yards on that 2nd down run. Goes with another run here on 3rd and forever. Like he got maybe a yard. And that brings up 4th and 26.
Oklahoma with 1 timeout remaining.
Oklahoma should have
Plenty of time.
decent field position here to start this next drive. We'll be starting on the other side of the 50 at the 43. With 50 seconds to go here in the first half.
Huge rifle pass up the
Pass
middle.
to the wide receiver.
And that's back for a touchdown. Oklahoma able to put 6 on the board right before half.
Oklahoma answering quickly here on this drive with a one-play, 43-yard touchdown. Drive took a whopping 7 seconds.
Oklahoma finally doing something of note this half.
Are closing that gap a little bit after the extra point. It'll be a 10-point ball game.
Yes. And it is good. Like you said, 6 seconds, 1 yard, or excuse me, 1 play, 43 yards, 46, something like that. Either way, 1 play for a huge amount and a score. Auburn
able to get up to the 18. Pass over the middle is complete for a first down. Auburn uses their first timeout after the big completion. Pass over the middle falls incomplete, but we get a flag, and it looks like Auburn is called for yet another hold. After the penalty yardage tacked on, it makes it 1st and 20 from the 32.
That's about 30 yards in holding penalties I've seen in about the last 6 minutes of play.
Yeah, a lot of holding penalties, especially in the last 2 drives.
Yeah.
Second down, 20 from the 32 for Auburn. Pass over the middle is complete. Auburn will use their second timeout. Crossing the 50-yard line at the 38. 1st and 10.
Another huge pass play right up the middle there is complete, bringing Auburn to 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Brings them in the red zone this late into the first half.
Auburn quarterback over 215 yards passing for the day so far. Pass almost intercepted by the Oklahoma corner. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Does fall incomplete. Bringing up 2nd down and 10 from the 18 with 3 seconds to go. And Auburn's going to look to tack on a field goal here. And it is good. That should take us to halftime, I believe. If not, there'll only be like a second left. That does take us to halftime.
What do you think so far of this game with Auburn leading with 10 points here?
They're up by 13.
Up by 13, yes. My math is bad. What do you think of this game?
Well, you look at those numbers there that were just on the screen, and you can definitely see the large difference in the yardage between the two teams. Oklahoma definitely needing to find an answer defensively to this potent pass game from Auburn. Oklahoma offensively just needs to get into a rhythm with something, whether it be running or passing. Oklahoma to start the second half from the 19-yard line.
Run play up the side there, good for 2. Brings it to second down from the 21.
Second down and 8. Run play goes nowhere, actually loses yardage back to the original line of scrimmage, bringing it up 3rd and 10.
Definitely not what you want there for Oklahoma. Getting set up here real quick. Hoping to make up 10 yards here.
Pass to the outside, complete to the wide receiver. Finally brought down to the 37-yard line. That does move the chains.
Keeps the drive alive for the Sooners.
First and 10 from the 37 for Oklahoma. Play action pass.
Almost picked off after the bobble.
Pass does fall incomplete after the deflection there, bringing up second down and 10 from the 37. Another handoff up the middle. Only good for 2 yards. Brought down at the 39-yard line. That's complete to the tight end. More than enough for a first down, moving the chains yet again. Brought down to 43.
First and 10 here for Oklahoma.
The lead option that goes nowhere, loses a yard. Bringing up second down and 11 from the 44. Have to start going with more passing to open up this run game. Goes for the run, does pick up quite a few yards there. Making it 3rd and 2 from the 35. Definitely a better down and distance. A little easier to manage here. Down and 2 from the 35. Going with the handoff up the middle. That does get him up to the 25-yard line, moving the chains.
Keeping the drive alive. This is a long drive for the Oklahoma offense here.
Moving 2 yards, ended up picking up 10.
Quick setup here.
Another handoff here. Runs into the blocker there on the outside. Picks up 8 yards on the carry. Brought down at the 17-yard line, making it second down and 2. Oklahoma is in the red zone again.
Dropping back to pass. Quick to the outside there. Complete. Brings it to 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Able to get that first down.
A little pressured. Able to make an on-target throw there. 1st and goal from the 8.
Again with the quick setup.
Pass to the receiver is complete. Brought down at the 3-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal. Again, has managed to pick up 1 yard on the quarterback keeper there, bringing up 3rd and goal from the 2. The running back dives in and does score the 6 points.
Oklahoma with 6 on the board, bringing them to 16-23.
Multiple 3rd down conversions there on that drive.
Very large drive, and Gavin Sawchuk there with that dive in.
Certainly did not want to be denied the touchdown there. Has closed the gap yet again. Long 14-play drive going 81 yards in just over 4 minutes.
Brings it to a 6-point game here. What are you thinking as a Sooners fan here, Renegade?
Certainly a much better start to the second half than how we started the first half of this game.
Absolutely.
Stop there on defense after the pass, getting 8 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 2 from the 20. The outside does get enough for the first down. Moving the chains. Finally brought down at the 32-yard line. Gains.
Auburn.
In the middle is stopped for a gain of 3 yards. Receiver gets smacked in the mouth after making the catch.
Yeah. Was able to bring the ball in and then immediately got stopped. Dropping back to pass yet again.
Oklahoma with almost an interception there. Defensive end with some nice coverage there, dropping back in coverage and knocking the ball down there. And then to make sure that the receiver couldn't hit it, puts a smack on the wide receiver. Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 34.
Again with the pass goes Auburn. Gets fucked up right there. Unable to grab the ball and bring it in.
Ball's incomplete, bringing up 4th and 7. And that will be forcing Auburn to punt here. Not a very good drive for Auburn here. Only getting 1 first down on that drive. Oklahoma will start their next possession at the 30-yard line, wanting to put some more points on the board to close this gap yet again. Pass incomplete on the outside. There is a flag down. Oklahoma called for an ineligible receiver downfield. Went with the RPO, but they can get it out quick enough. Handoff. Managed to get 2 yards back. Second down and 13 from the 28. Another handoff to the outside. Stop for no gain. Did not keep the defensive lineman to the outside there.
Going to bring it to third down with 12 to go.
Scrambles to the outside.
Able to get the first down.
Enough for the first down and slides to avoid the hit. Slides down at the 43-yard line, moving the chains for the Sooners. Convert yet again on third down. Play action, picks up the blitz, completes the pass to the tight end, and again moves the chains for another Oklahoma first down, crossing the 50-yard line at the 38.
Oklahoma.
Play action fake, pass to the tight end to the outside. Does get 6 yards before being taken out of bounds. 32. Makes it second down and 4.
Go with the handoff up the middle, able to get a couple yards. Enough for the first down, brings it down to the 26-yard line. Big first down, Sooners.
First down and 10 from the 26. Both with another run play, trying to bounce it outside. Has to fight to get 1 yard. 25. Second down and 9. Another run. Does manage to pick up 6 yards, making it 3rd and 3 from the 20.
Auburn crowd chanting for some defense here. Auburn defense not able to do much of shit this drive.
Well, I'm looking for another third down conversion here. Pass over the middle is dropped after the big hit from the Auburn defender, bringing up 4th down and 3 from the 20 after the incompletion. Oklahoma attempts the field goal, and it is up And good. Just scoops it inside the left upright.
By a cunt hair was able to make that.
Just like that, Oklahoma is
Within 3.
within 3 points of tying this game. Returner able to get it up to the 17. Jet pass to the outside. Auburn called for another hold.
There's not what you want on offense here.
Brings up 1st and 18 from the 9. Pass to the outside is completely blown up and read like a book by the Oklahoma defense.
A loss of 4 on that play brings it to 2nd down and 21.
Going in the wrong direction here on this drive. Handoff up the middle, bounces it to the outside. Does manage to get a couple yards there on the carry. Makes it 3rd and 19 from the 8-yard line.
Auburn looking to make up at least 19 yards. Drops back to pass. Is able to complete it, brings it to 4th and 5, however, not enough to do much of anything, and they're going to have to punt it off here late in the 3rd quarter.
And it's a lot of yards to pick up
Number 91.
all at once.
Yep.
And forces Auburn to punt again.
Great field position for Oklahoma here as they get stopped at the 47.
Off to the outside. And that finally met, but after he had picked up the 1st down, finally brought down on the other side of the 50 at the 40.
That's going to bring us to 4th quarter of our final game of coverage here. What do you think so far?
Certainly a much better ball game than it had started.
Absolutely.
Oklahoma able to
Do something.
put some drives together and put some points on the board, closing what was a 17-point deficit. Almost throws an interception right to the linebacker. Luckily, it does fall incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Not real sure who he was trying to get that pass to, but I'll take the incompletion.
Yes.
Screen pass to the wide receiver.
Able to go forward for a 1st down plus some huge play there by Oklahoma offense. Finally brought down at the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
It's a gain of 18 yards on the screen pass there.
And with the quick setup.
1st and 10 here for Oklahoma. Goes with the play action. Under pressure, can't get rid of it in time, and ends up taking a 7-yard loss.
Looks like it was 2 steps forward and 3 steps back there for Oklahoma,
A
unfortunately.
little bit. After the sack, brings up 2nd down and 17 from the 29-yard line.
Looks like we got an interception. Auburn in their own territory here.
Did get the interception in the end zone, and I'm assuming was going to attempt to run it out instead of just taking the knee in the end zone to get the touchback. Now Auburn's offense has to start their drive from their own 1 yard line. Not the greatest of throws there by the quarterback.
Absolutely not.
Corner able to jump the route.
Auburn brought back to pass is complete right up the middle there. Brings them to the 13-yard line.
An odd decision to throw the ball in that situation.
Right.
That is 9 times out of 10 a run play there when you're at your own 1 yard line. Did work out for them. They did get the ball to the 14-yard line. Did only get 1 yard on that first down carry.
Hell of an action-packed beginning to the fourth quarter here.
Second down and 9. Pass complete to the wide receiver in the middle of the field. Doesn't get gets a decent amount of yardage there, getting 6 yards on the reception. Is stopped short of the line to gain, making it 3rd and 3 from the 21. It's been difficult in this second half as a 3rd down conversion. They do get one there. Finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Keep their drive alive. Something that hasn't happened a lot in the second half.
Absolutely.
Goes for hard count, does get the defensive end for Oklahoma to jump across. That does give Auburn a free 5 yards. Looking at 1st and 5 from the 39.
Going with the handoff up the right side here.
Stopped by the Oklahoma defense for no gain. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Dropping back to pass. Is intercepted.
Passes picked off by the Oklahoma linebacker. Oklahoma defense answering back with a interception of their own.
Auburn fans obviously distraught over what just happened.
Linebacker just jumps the route. Starting off with great field position here from the Auburn 40. And then almost throws yet another interception. Luckily, it falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10. The quarterback needs to pull his head out of his ass and make some better throws here.
Yes.
Pass is complete over the middle to the wide receiver for a gain of 6 yards, brought down at 34.
Immediately brought down. He got kind of shit rocked as soon as he had hold of the ball there.
Absolutely. Bring up 3rd and 4 from the 34. Pressure there. Pass to the tight end, only able to get half of what he needed. Wasn't able to break that one tackle out in space. move those chains, bringing up 4th and 2 from the 31. Oklahoma is going to line up for the field goal here to tie this ball game. It is up.
Midway through the fourth quarter, we have a tie ball game. Both teams on equal footing here. With about 8.5 minutes left to go in regulation play. Excuse me, it's about 9 minutes left to go. Oklahoma with the kickoff for the Auburn Tigers. Grabbing the ball and saying, great! Right on up to the 14-yard line. Auburn
tackling for a loss on the play there.
Only able to get a net yardage of -1.
Second down and 11 from the 13-yard line. Another handoff to the running back. Does manage to get a large chunk of that yardage.
It looks about 7 yards on the play there. Brings it to 3rd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Only looking to get a stop here on 3rd down. And they do, getting them for a loss of 3 yards. Bringing up 4th and 7 from the 17.
Looking like we're going to get a punt situation.
The linebacker there, Danny Stutzman, making a great stop there on that run play. Decent punt there from Auburn. Oklahoma looking to have decent field position here again, starting at 45. Quarterback keeper does manage to get 3 yards on that carry. Brought down at the 48-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 7. And we're changing things up here at the line of scrimmage. Pass over the middle is complete for a gain of 4 yards. We cross the 50-yard line to the 48, bringing up 3rd and 3 from the 48. 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. On the looks to pass, does have the open wide receiver on the outside. And is complete and finally tackled and brought down at the 25-yard line. Oklahoma able to move the chains again on 3rd down. Brings up 1st and 10. Goes with the reverse, but Auburn able to read the reverse pretty well there. Does get them for a 3-yard loss. Bringing up 2nd down and 13 from the 29. And off up the middle. It's 4 yards on the carry, bringing 3rd and 9 from the 24.
Oklahoma dropping back to pass.
Pass is almost completed there.
Very close to being completed there. That would have been
Dropped
huge.
it as he was crossing the goal line there.
Would have been huge had he brought that in. Absolutely gigantic.
Oklahoma lines up to take the 3 points on the board to take the first lead of this game. Field goal is up and good, and Oklahoma now up by 3 points late in this ball game.
It's got to make you feel good as a Sooners fan now, don't it, there, Renegade?
A little bit.
Hopefully, it's not this hard-fought of a game come Saturday, but we shall see. With the kickoff here, Auburn going to snatch the ball at about the 3-yard line and run it forward to about the 15. And that's where they'll start this, what one could assume is their final drive of the quarter.
Right. The middle only good for 1 yard, bringing up 3rd and 8 from the 16. Jumping off sides again here, giving them a free 5 yards, making it penalty yardage will make it 3rd and 3 from the 21. Back under pressure, can't get rid of it. Oklahoma able to get a 5-yard loss there, bring up 4th and 8. Punting it away here.
Giving it to the point holder late into the 4th quarter. It's not something Auburn wants to do.
As he cross over the 50-yard line, Oklahoma getting to start this drive from the 49-yard line. Quick pass to the wide receiver is complete and does have enough for the first down.
That brings it to the 2-minute warning.
Particular wide receiver is now over 100 yards receiving for the game. 1st and 10 from the 37. Oklahoma looking to add more points to the scoreboard here.
We have our first timeout.
Auburn takes their first timeout of the second half. The ball was stopped for no gain on that previous carry. Breaks up the middle and is gone. Taking it to the house.
Yes, Umbop a doobop. He's in there. And after the extra point will be 33-23, Oklahoma. Gavin Sawchuk again with a huge play. Definitely one of the star players on the Oklahoma offense.
Absolutely.
They get set for their extra point attempt. It's up. And it is good. 3 plays, only taking up 15 seconds of time and 49 yards worth.
Number 46, set to kick off.
Auburn with the ball late in the fourth quarter here and not in the lead.
Definitely needing to answer quickly so that they can potentially get the ball back again and score to tie it up or take the lead.
And that is not how you do it. That is exactly how you don't do it.
5 yards on the pass there. Bringing up 2nd and 5 from the 19.
Yeah, you're going to want to take that shit out of bounds if you're smart here.
Pass to the outside is knocked down by the Oklahoma corner. Bringing up 3rd and 5 from the 19 after the incompletion. 1 minute and 18 seconds left in play here.
3rd down with 5 yards to go. We'll drop back to pass. Huge pass to the outside is good. Finally brought out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st down from there.
First and 10.
Drop back to pass here yet again.
Under pressure, does get it out in time. Fumble on the play. Luckily, Auburn had a lineman that was right there to jump on the fumble.
Brings it to 2nd down and 4 to go. A pass right up the middle here. Going forward, finally gets brought down at the 38.
Auburn quarterback over 300 yards passing for the game after that completion to the running back. Well, definitely going for some big hits here to potentially cause a turnover that they can jump on to not let Auburn score here. Auburn did come out and spike the ball to stop the clock with 51 seconds left. Didn't want to waste that final timeout. That's the outside is complete. Breaks a tackle and he gets out of bounds at the 16. Stopping the clock again with 44 seconds left. Makes it 1st and 10 from the 16.
If I'm being real here, Renegade, I don't see them bringing this back. If I'm being fair, I mean they got a little bit of time on the clock, but I don't see them bringing it back. It's going to be an act of God for them to bring this back in.
Right. Well, at this point, they needed a big play to break free and leave much more time on the clock than what we have here. They're getting yardage in chunks, but we've burned a little too much clock off of this drive here.
It'll be 2nd down with 1 yard to go at the 7-yard line. Dropping back to pass.
It is complete and in for 6. We'll close the gap a little bit.
Brings them to 33-29 as they set up for their extra point here.
The extra points that will make it a 3-point game. Although if I'm Auburn, I'm not going for 3. I'm going to go for 2. And then go for an onside and hope that I can recover it, because then a field goal wins the game for you. But they are gonna line up for the extra point.
Extra point will be good. It brings it to a 3-point game.
And
It's
when that
Oklahoma's
drive,
ball.
you were deep in your own territory, and that drive took over a minute to completion. Doesn't leave your chances very good.
Absolutely.
And the onside is recovered by OU.
And all they need to do is take a knee here.
All they're going to do is line up in victory formation here, take the knee, and take the dub.
And that's going to be the game, folks. Oklahoma's going to win 33 to Auburn's 30. Hit me with them stats, Renegade.
All right. So, looking at the numbers here, first downs, both teams were even. Both teams ended the day with 19 first downs.
Damn. That's a lot of first downs.
Total offense, Auburn did take the edge in total offense with 419 yards. Oklahoma finished the day with 400. Rushing numbers, Oklahoma did do that quite a bit in this game. Actually ended up with 10 more carries than Auburn did. Oklahoma with 37 carries, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 3.7 yards per carry. Auburn finishing the day with 27 carries, 77 yards, no touchdowns, and averaging just shy of 3 yards per carry. Passing was a lot of passing in this game, more from one side than the other, more from the Auburn side of things. Oklahoma finishes the day with 19 completions on 29 passes, 1 touchdown, 262 yards, averaging 9 yards per pass. Auburn finishes the day with 28 completions on 38 attempts, 2 touchdowns, 342 yards, and averaging 9 yards per pass. So a lot more passing from the one side, but ultimately was not quite enough. Third down's a big thing we were talking about,
Yes.
especially towards the end of this game. Oklahoma actually did edge out Auburn in third downs. Oklahoma finishing the day for 7 of 15, converting 46% of the time. Auburn was 5 for 13, only converting 38%. So, especially in that fourth quarter, not being able to convert a lot of those third downs that they had certainly hurt them in this game.
Absolutely.
Red zone. Both teams were pretty good in the red zone. Auburn did get the edge there, having 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and then converting in the red zone 75% of the time. Oklahoma also didn't do too bad when they got into the red zone with 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, converting 60% of the time. Big thing that happened in this game that Oklahoma was able to overcome was the 2 turnovers to Auburn's 1. Oklahoma did almost come up with force a second one there on Auburn, but Auburn was able to recover that fumble that had happened late in the game. But Oklahoma able to overcome the 2 turnovers.
Absolutely.
Total yardage for the game was pretty even. Oklahoma finishing the day with 529 yards to Auburn's 534 yards. Penalties. There was a lot of penalties in this game. A total of 11 between the 2 teams. So the most penalties we saw today.
Yes.
However,
Not the
less yardage
Yes.
than the
Texas game.
The Texas game. So Oklahoma finishes the day with 6 penalties for 35 yards. Auburn, who had some costly penalties, especially late in the game, 5 penalties for 48 yards. As per the usual, time of possession did go to Auburn with 31-54. Oklahoma finishing the game with 28-06.
Just shy of 4 minutes difference there. And that brings us to the end of week 5. This is Vision 04.
Renegade 8780.
And we'll see you next week for week 6. Now, before we end the show, I always like to give this update. So far, the Nebraska record AI through week 5 is predicted to be 2 wins and 3 losses. Actuality through this week is 3 wins and 1 loss. We'll see how that ends up after tomorrow's games. Moving on to Oklahoma, AI has them through the end of this week being 4-1. Moving into this week, their actual record is 3-1. And the Longhorns, their actual record is 4-0 going into this week. And AI has predicted that they will take a loss this week, moving their record to 4-1. As I said, we'll see what happens. These are our predictions for week 5. Tomorrow, the games play out at 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock Central Time.